shown it on the Monday Mystery stream, right? This was like a few months ago. We gotta play Thunder Blaster, aka Lethal Thunder. This one I know has differences between the two versions. I guess we're gonna play the easier version. Let me read this lore because it's pretty good. The enemy is future mankind of another planet. There exists another terrestrial globe in extra-dimensional dimensional space. Arcade. I can't read. The battle which had occurred on this globe spread out of control into the atmosphere. By the use of prohibited reactive weaponry and extra-dimensional... I can't read that. Ordnance? The ecosystem of the planet was destroyed and the home of the planetary space was metamorphosed. The extraterrestrials, they gotta fucking put this text on easier to read backgrounds. Alright, I'm done reading. I just like that there's humans from like another planet. That's kind of cool. What kind of features do we have? The more you hit the button, the stronger firepower you gain. You do not have to gather power-up items. Finally, we're cutting out the middleman. Unlimited new weapons called Thunder. Save your power and fire in rapid succession. 7 different and challenging hyper-graphic battlefields. And 2-player function. So, this is again another case of, you know, Irem. They're no stranger to shmups. And so in making this game, they're like, what kind of game features can we put in this shmup to stand out? Let's make it all about mashing the button constantly. Because there's 4 types of weapons you can pick up, but no traditional power-ups. Instead, you have to keep mashing the button. It raises your power level up to like power level 5 or 6 or whatever. And you have to keep mashing to make sure... Yeah, it says it right there on the thing. Power up. You have to keep mashing to maintain that firing rate. Or you can use a bomb. Like, there is a bomb button, which instantly, like, wipes out your weapon power in exchange for, you know, a bomb that's gonna... it's gonna do damage related to how much power you have. But then when you use it, you go back to power level 0, and you have to build it up again, and it takes, like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds to get back up to full power? So... quite the gameplay decision. So the game was developed entirely around mashing. And of course, this generation of shmuppers are just like, no, fuck that, I'm using autofire. Which I think completely goes against the purpose of the game. But... no step. This game's graphics, maybe not the same level of detail as Gallop. Doesn't quite look as nice. Yeah, you can see the power bar on the side of the screen. Yeah. I had 2 scores up there. Didn't say what stage I got to. Alright. So I think on the Japanese version it's actually like harder to reach full power. Look, I don't think this requires like... at least on Lethal Thunder, like it doesn't really require you to do like 30 Hz auto. But yeah, this is max level right now. It's just if you stop firing, it starts going down. And there's like an end of stage tally that tells you like how many enemies you killed at each power level. And that gives you more points if you're killing them at max power. So basically they hated arcade operators and wanted them to replace their buttons all the time. Alright, let's pick up some weapons. Laser! It looks kind of cool. I don't remember the weapon routing in this game. I just remember the cheese ball gun was really good. I did 1cc this and 1cc BBH without auto-fire, for what it's worth. Here, hold on. I'm going to add my joystick capture. Just to prove I'm mashing. Wait, why is it? There it goes. Okay. Was that a boss in Image Fight? Yeah, I guess. I'm not very familiar with Image Fight. Let's use our bomb. Boom! I've heard this game mentioned from time to time. At least more than Gallop, usually. We talked about Gallop for Callus Cup. I want a different weapon. Honeycomb bomb? Da-da-da-da-da-da, honeycomb! Yeah. Alright, that was easy. Like I said, I think Lethal or Thunder Blaster's like actually harder. 1,143 shots. They're even keeping track of how many times you hit the button. But yeah, Lethal Thunder is the world version. Oh, cheese ball gun! Oh right, you have to like pressing up and down like changes the trajectory, right? You have to hold down for the big cheese ball. I think this is the best weapon for most of the game. Lethal Thunder's only a 2? I didn't remember seeing it on the that low. But yeah, I guess Thunder Blaster makes you mash a lot more. To maintain optimal fire, and usually it's the English versions that are made harder. Whereas Japan is the ones that are not hesitating to put auto fire on everything. I don't know. I'm still like very very much not of the mind of wanting to use auto fire on every fucking game, because I feel like a lot of games, like, you know, sometimes they're designed around like a certain firing rate or whatever, and I don't think I just don't like 30 Hertz auto. Like, I think that's like, you know, that kind of just because you don't want to mash, like you're allowed to fire at a rate like no human can fire at. That's like kind of, I don't know, that never sat right with me. But of course everybody does it now. So it's not like an unfair advantage or anything. Since everybody's doing it now, so. Oh, does Japanese version checkpoint you and this one doesn't? Maybe that's why it's easier. Oh god. Ah! Oh yeah, you respawn where you are. That's why it's easier. Okay. Don't give in to the pressure. I mean, like, I want to do the retro achievements for Darius Gaiden, where everybody just fucking uses 30 Hz auto on that. I 1cc'd it without, but my score wasn't great. Yeah, if you're using, like, a slower firing rate, like... Yeah, there's nothing to really complain about there. I've forgotten everything about this game, by the way. When did I 1cc this? This boss is much more of a pain than the first boss. I don't know. It's just I usually stretch my hands out a little bit before I start playing. And I've been mashing buttons like all my life. My hands still feel fine, so I guess I've been lucky in that regard. On the other hand, like, you know, having an arcade stick like this is obviously an advantage for compared to playing on a pad, because the buttons are easier to hit, easier to, like, drum your fingers. Compared to just trying to hit a little tiny button. What's the red's the default weapon, right? Oh. Dude, Doc Mac was saying some things about the flamethrowers in SWAT Police, too. Oh, that's a good flamethrower. I love using a flamethrower and lighting dudes on fire. Or something like that. I said the line in chat, but nobody knows. I do think it's very funny when games have mechanics that, like, punish auto-fire, though. Like Darius Gaiden, like, increasing rank, like, every time a button is pressed, so... You want to be mashing it the entire time. Gun Frontier does that, too. The Monday mystery game was SWAT Police, a Hydreigon game. I like that laser noise. I think SWAT Police is a better game than Gamshara, for what it's worth. I love Gamshara. That game is so good. Nah. I don't know what the little rank medals mean. I guess it's just decoration for the high score screen. Yeah, it's tracking the number of shots and then... And yeah, we used to have a G-Darius cab at the local Round 1 before they got rid of all their sit-down cabs, all their standard, not candy cabs, noir cabs. And it had no auto-fire on it. And there's, like, nobody that plays G-Darius without auto-fire. Like, I saw, like, there was a thread by Pete Hahn on, like, the Shmups forum asking if, like, there was, like, any footage anybody had of anybody playing G-Darius without auto-fire, and there were, like, no replies to the thread. Like, yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know. I always find like the reason I usually like to mash is it makes me feel like I'm more engaged with what's going on. Instead of just holding down a button and just zooming around everywhere. And that's just me. Oh god. I got scared. Man, the third and the fourth bosses are way easier than the second boss. Oh, now he's gonna do some shit. I got scared. I got spooked. I guess I can just shoot his bouncy balls, huh? Well, this game doesn't have retro achievements, so no. Like I said, these are mostly just showcases of some games that you may not have played. Not serious 1cc attempts. I will do a 1cc attempt on some stupid game later, but... What's a green weapon? Oh, that's the default gun. I don't think it's very good because you're not really hitting with every shot. It's weird they don't give you the default gun back until stage 5. I'll go back to the cheese balls, thank you. I should probably boot up the Japanese version after this just to see how fucked up it is. Helicopters in space!
How are you? I'm fine, thank you.
Schubert! Thank you for the host. Hope you had a good stream. I'm playing some Irem shmups. And I'm mashing like crazy. I'm not really mashing that fast. Like, this does not require 30 Hz mashing. It does require a very regular mashing rate, though. What does this boss do? Laser? I like how a lot of these bosses just rush down at you and then like, okay, I'll back up, Yeah, maybe this version is too easy. It's stage 6 without, I remember the last stage having some bullshit. Prince Hordkin, thank you for the 300 bits. Thank you very much for the Mambos. Was it this stage? I think it's the last stage that has like some bullshit, like blocks just come in out of the background out of nowhere. It's just a memorization check. Here we're stacking stuff up. Ah, you fucker! Got my ass. haven't been using the bomb that much. Also, I appreciate that you cannot collide with the walls here. Oh god. Just hide in the explosion. Maybe you want laser for this part, huh? Whoa! Pay attention. Ah! This music is very weird. It's like that one stage of Gun Force that doesn't fit in with anything else. Ah, I tried to bomb. I just have to stay here. Well, that was some boss. Alright. Don't think it's gonna be a 1cc. I think the next stage is gonna... There's some bullshit. We'll see. This is kind of a jam. Ah, Cheerio rings! Okay. That was not the part I expected to die on. Oh, it keeps your score and continue. Boo. Can't do that, Irem. You're better than that. Blade Master had the digit of shame, at least. Digits. Oh my god. This thing! These fucking blocks that just come in out of nowhere. That shit. Oh my god. There's like one part where you wanted to stay at the top of the screen. Oh, you stay on these things. That's so whack. That's so whack. Yeah, that's the shit I remember. And back to their old bullshit. But at least it's... Oh my god. Well, it's like, what, my third credit? Alright, final boss. Oh, they give you the entire rainbow. I'm stuck with my cheese ball, so... Oops, I picked up the flamethrower. It's a bunch of turrets. Or orbs. And it rotates. Alright, fuck it. Man! Stupid flamethrower. I don't think this is a very good flamethrower. He's playing Connect 4. Alright, let's blow this thing up. Okay, you can bring out the real boss now. Oh, that was the boss. Not a very exciting final boss battle. What the fuck? Whoosh! UPL streak. Hey, Top Gun, don't get too cocky. The battle with the alien starship has just begun. Oh, is there a different ending for 1cc? That's ending number 2. I don't remember that text. Did I get the bad ending? Hey, Top Gun. Hey, Mayano Top Gun. I don't have save states. Yeah, it must be a different ending for 1cc. Alright, let me load up the Japanese version. What is the ROM name for this? Thunblust. Was that intro there in Lethal Thunder? Okay, so in this one, it's much easier to, like, raise the power level. But, yeah, you gotta... It falls a lot faster, too. Is this music in stage 1? I don't remember this. The stage order is different. Aha. I'm gonna say, this didn't feel like stage 1, yeah, because they didn't give me a... They didn't give me the cheese balls right away. Also, the cheese balls are yellow instead of orange. Yeah, some different colors here and there. Yeah, this is like, what, stage 4? I fucked around the stage order like in the Hunt. Although, in the Hunt at least had the same stage 1. Also feels like there's more enemies. So it feels like the bomb would be better in this version, because you can build up power again pretty quickly. I don't know why I picked up the flamethrower. Oh, this is, the second boss. Ah! Okay, well, it didn't checkpoint me. Maybe not on bosses. Was this stage 6? I don't remember what stage this was. I do kind of want to 1cc this version just to say I've done it, but... Crushed. Gotta relearn a lot of shit. Okay, I'm just gonna take a death. Okay, no, it doesn't checkpoint you at all. Oh, it reset my score and continue. They actually got that part right. The problem is you have to maintain a faster firing rate to be at power level 6. Like, if you let it drop just a little bit, like the gap between 5 and 6 on the side of the screen is very small. Also, blue laser still sucks ass. Ah! Maybe they changed, like, the enemies a little bit, too. I say, in the other version, didn't the rocks, like, stop at one point? At the bottom? So now you have to use a bomb to get through? So they definitely made some aspects of this harder. They're telling you have to use a bomb here, which isn't that big a deal, because it's easier to build up the bomb power. In the international version, it's takes a lot longer. Alright. Well, we get the picture. Also, kind of feels like the scoring is slightly different too. Like the scoring isn't as inflated. I mean, I did continue at one point, but still. Wow, they can't hit me. So, I don't know. What do we think about basing an entire gameplay engine around mashing? I think the game's like kind of fun otherwise. Until the last stage. The last stage was some horseshit. But also, the Japanese version is actually harder. Like, there was an actual change in the, that asteroid field. Like, they kind of... I guess they realized you're not always going to have the bomb, like, fully charged. So they had to dumb it down a little for the international market. GMC Nyam. Oh, you get 8 letters instead of 3. Scrap. When did they get that 1.3 million then? There was a high score there that didn't have initials on it. I don't know. It's kind of fun, but also not a great gameplay mechanic to base your shmup around. I think it's playable enough. Until you get into... until your hand falls off. No, I feel fine. I'm turning 47 in like 2 weeks. My hand hasn't fallen off yet. God, fucking 8 forces. I did have to use autofire for 8 forces when it was in that tournament. That game was nonsense. 60%. 2. Gave it a 2. I mean, I kinda like it. At the same time, it is a little... Whoa, look at this form. Look at this stage. That was definitely not in the international version with those formations. Also doesn't look as nice or sound as nice. It was one of Irem's B teams. I don't know. I could see it being a 3.
2.
I think Gallup has better ideas. For trying new stuff in a shmup. But I don't think this game is bad. I think this game's alright. Because, yeah, it doesn't really do much else different. I guess also tying the mashing into your bomb power is... it's something. Yeah, maybe the Japanese version is better.